Hey everyone. So staying busy, working on episodes for the podcast Movement Monday. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, check out Heart of Volunteer Veterans Podcast. Um, we are a series within theirs, and it's really exciting stuff. We got episode 1 already out. Episode 2's out. Episode 3 comes out on Monday. I'm really excited for that one. It's Friends on the Road with my buddy Alex. Also known as Bum on Two Wheels. So if you haven't checked him out, get on and check him out on Instagram and Facebook. That's Bum on Two Wheels. And, just staying busy mentally. There's a lot I can't do right now. Staying busy physically. I wish there was, but I'm making it the best I can with what I got. I'm thankful that I'm healing as well as I am. But at the same time, there's a lot to still get healed and a lot of recovery to happen. One of those things is my leg. I did an update the other day about getting the stitches and stuff removed, or was planning on getting them removed. Thankfully, I did. Got all the staples removed. The stitches are all out and all the other staples. Right now, it's just got these adhesive tape stitch things helping me out, holding them together. My other leg is bending, doing really well. Still got a lot of work to do still, but it's healing and making progress every day. My nose is looking really good other than the road rash marks that I still got and a little bit of divots from whatever it was that had issues. I got a really mean scar on the back shoulder of mine, but overall, in my tailbone. Still got bruising down there in my tailbone area, and it's been a month and a half now. A lot of numbness still, but like I said, I'm staying positive. I'm looking at that I am healing. I'm in my opinion, I think I'm healing faster than the average person. Thankfully, being as healthy and athletic as I was before this accident, I think is definitely a contributing factor. And having a positive attitude. I think that keeping that attitude going and staying positive definitely encourages positive healing and gives your body that energy that it needs. So the energy you provide and produce definitely helps within as well. There's been it's been a lot going on, but not a lot going on. I haven't been doing much. Hanging out around the LC Ranger area, get into the studio, getting more comfortable with that. Like I said, I'm really excited for episode 3 that comes out on Monday. We had Veteran Chat that came out this past Wednesday, where we talk about podcasting. Chris with more experience than as I do, but you get a perspective from the guy just coming on and figuring it out as he goes. But it's definitely been a learning curve for me. I'm not the best speaker. I can hold a pretty well conversation, but it's different coming up with outlines, practicing what I'm going to talk about before I actually do, even if it's not written out as word for word, just getting a flow. Like this, for instance, I'm doing without any flow or any practice or any preparation. So I say a lot of ums, and I'm trying to avoid that. If you do that enough times, you lose minutes. And I'm trying to give the people that are coming on the podcast as many minutes as possible to share their movement and what keeps them moving. If that's a organization, a cause, a journey for themselves, whatever it is. I want to give them as much time to get that information out there. And with that being said, another thing that I like to say when I don't know what else to say is, and the only reason I know all these things is because I said it so much on the microphone and recordings, my practices, that I pick up on it when I say it. Sometimes I say it just because it's funny for me now. But it's the staying busy mentality that I have to keep in my head. Staying busy typically for me was physical busyness and obviously a lot of mental as well, making sure I get posts and everything done. Now that I'm not on the road, I don't have as much pictures taking. I'm doing a lot more live updates. Those live updates have been spaced out a lot more because I could get on every day and talk to you guys, and I would love to. But a lot of it's just repetitive. Today, I'm working on an introduction for an episode. But later on today, I'll be working on a different introduction for a different episode. And then building the questions that I'm going to use to get their information out there that they want to share. But doing that is a lot harder than it seems. And I'm hoping that I know I'm getting better at it as I go. So that's a good thing. It's taking it at a slower pace, thinking about what I'm going to say before I say it, but also doing it in the same process as listening to the conversation and being involved as an active listener. Something that I'm typically really good at, active listening, and something that I take pride in. It's free listening. It's something that I did for a lot, and I still want to do, but it's been harder for me. I haven't had as much focus as I usually do mentally. I feel like I'm scatterbrained a lot of times, and it's definitely a challenge at times for me. But I also think that it has to do with a lot with not that I'm per se struggling. I don't want you guys to think that I'm struggling. I'm mentally, I'm strong. I feel good compared to where I was years ago. But being unable to do certain things that I was able to do is stressful. I feel like I do have a lot more stress than I did. It builds up, but I do talk to people. I have conversations, and I'm thankful that I have people to reach out to on a basis when I need it. And again, that's something that I encourage others to do, is to reach out to me or to anybody. But it's important to talk about things that are that get you on a hamster wheel sort of sense. For me, figuring out how to navigate podcasting has been that, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful that this chapter has given me something to continue moving forward. My movement has changed. Obviously, I'm not physically moving as much, but the movement remains, as I keep continuing to say to everybody. The movement is to bring awareness. For me personally, it's to bring awareness to suicide. But awareness is awareness, and I look at it as that. If you have a friend, a family member, a coworker, a buddy that you go on a bike ride with, a motorcycle ride, whatever it is, if you know somebody out there that is making a difference in one person's life, in a bunch of people's lives, or making a difference in their own life, that's the part that I want to make sure that people understand. Sometimes these movements are for ourselves. That turn into other things. Like I started my ride for my own well-being. It was always involved with suicide awareness, but when I first started, I was not comfortable talking about suicide awareness, and I didn't want people to think that's what I was doing it for. So I actually did it for suicide awareness. I did it for clean water. I did it for children's cancer, and I did it for Bikes Not Bombs. So there was a lot that I covered because I was afraid to tell the actual reason. As I got comfortable with my own healing process that I was on with the journey, and the more I talked about suicide awareness, among all the other ones at the time, people connected to suicide awareness, and that was what I needed, was the connection to it. And I'm thankful for that connection because it led to being able to help other people. This journey is still, yes, living does work. This journey is still for me. I need to continue to heal for myself, but if I'm able to help other people along the way, I'm thankful for that. And that's what OPAD has become really, is Ride with Dan is my journey and the journey of my healing. And OPAT is to continue to help that journey further to help other people in their own journeys. So with that, I want to hear from your friends. I want to hear from your family. I want to hear from your coworkers, whoever you guys know. Reach out to them and be like, hey man, I got a buddy I know or a guy that I know, however you look at me. I got this guy I hate, but he's doing something awesome. Whatever. Tell them what we're doing with Movement Mondays. We want to hear from them. Have them reach out to me. Let us get connected so that I can send them the outline information that I'm looking to get so that I can portray the information that they want to share the best way possible. I've been doing this now for a few minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up. But I'm still getting stuff done. I'm still working on episodes. I'm excited for what the future holds for this series. And I'm excited that it's given me more ability and understanding of how to have a conversation I can have a conversation all the time when I'm asked the questions about my topic. Now I'm learning about other people's topics that I may be even considered to be involved in because of the connections that I may be entitled. I mean, not entitled. I'm not entitled to anything that may have the connections that I am also connected to. Suicide awareness is a huge thing for me, but I think that there's things within that umbrella of suicide awareness, like mental health, that's huge importance to me. And then there's other ones as well, like taking care of our veterans, taking care of our military. And I'm excited for that. We have a great episode coming out here, not this episode 3, but episode 4. I'm really excited for that one. It's about American Gold Star mothers. Very near and dear importance to me because of the support that I received from them, but also the support that they give to my fellow brothers and sisters, the military, the veterans that also need it as well. And so I'm excited for a lot of the stuff that's coming out, and it's an investment for me as well because I'm learning about these organizations that are coming out or these movements. I don't want to say organizations. I don't want to discourage people to think that they're not qualified to be on this episode or on this series. It's a movement. If that movement is for yourself, for an organization, for a cause that maybe isn't quite yet a nonprofit or an organization of that sort, but you're making a difference for yourselves and for others. That's the key to it is whatever you're doing, I want to know that it's influencing you in whatever aspect that you are doing it for, but also influencing others. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And just remember, it's one day at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time. And if you're lucky, one pedal at a time. Have a blessed day, everyone. And start reaching out to people. Let me know who they are. Have them connect with me. And let's get their movement going. Have a good one.